So once you couple two parts and you have a bidirectional relationship, you will find out that there's two polarities, one can say. One is a positive feedback loop, but the other one is a negative feedback loop. The positive feedback loop, you might say that this is something that reinforces what is already happening. So on the opposite, the negative feedback loop more or less works as a balancing feedback loop. So let me give you an example. For instance, for a negative feedback loop, the usual example is from the animal world. You have a predator-prey relationship. These are two parts which are coupled. Let's take a cheetah in gazelle example. The more gazelle you have as a prey for cheetahs, the more cheetahs you have, the more they eat the gazelle. But eventually they will reach a tipping point where this relationship will stabilize, because the more cheetahs you have, the more they eat the gazelle, and it will basically balance out the relationship between the gazelle and the cheetahs. This is like a negative feedback loop. On the other hand, you have a positive feedback loop. This is like you reinforce something you already have. A typical example is money on your bank account. The more money you have on your bank account, the more interest rate you get, the more money you generate on your bank account. So it's growing. You might also say might be an escalating feedback loop, because it will reinforce whatever happened before and eventually maybe end up in a blast or something like that. So this is the difference between the relationship of two coupled parts, negative versus positive. The one is reinforcing and the other one is more or less balancing out what happens between this or inside this relationship.